Chunchi-Ro. Chunchi-Ro, she moved down there with you then?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's taken up in the library.
Yeah.
/ mansion.
Because that is what I think I said I was making it as a public library, right?
The downstairs is a public library.
Yeah.
The upstairs, and a kitchen, and then the upstairs is where you guys are going to live.
Yeah.
There's like 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms up there potentially. There's that water heater, that miraculous water heater invention. You also know about... Yeah, then there's the attic, and then there's an organ loft out off the attic with the bloody
secret entrance.
Organ. Well, the secret entrance that leads down to the 1 bedroom on the 2nd floor. So, and then there's also the entrance to the caverns from the carriage house. There's like a trapdoor there that you can get down into that cave, and then there's those doors that Marshall Flute locked up tight and gave you a key to.
Yeah.
And he also did the same with the trapdoor. There's a lock on that as well. It's a big padlock, and you've got a key to that as well. And so does, just you have a key to that. It's your property. He can have a key, and if you want him to have access, or anybody in town to have access to anything, you can make spare keys for them. But that's up to you. Right now, you've got all the keys, except for there's an extra key to the library. Probably Flute's got it. Just so that people can get in the house because they were working on that. Put the shelves up downstairs, setting up like a little desk and all that stuff. Midnight's growing, slowly, but it is growing. And they have been trying to talk to the county seat again about just wanting a telegraph line. There's been some resistance. There's another town in the county who they want the telegraph line. So you're dealing with... It's kind of a fight right now going on down there.
Yeah.
But how long do you want to stay in Midnight? What do you want to do there? Oh, wait, we got to see if you're these two guys...
Made it there?
Yeah. Where did the percent there? Let's do a 50 chance. 50-50. 77. One of them obviously didn't get out. But 11. The other one did. And 11 is a pretty low roll. So, one of them got out without a hitch. The other one, and he tells you the other guy decided to stay. Because the money was going to be better. To be quite honest. But now he's working for Dr. Chin. And he is working in his meager capacities, since you didn't do a very good job teaching him, as a pharmacist out of the general store.
Alright.
So he's putting together drugs as best he can. We'll have to make up somebody for him. Chinese Tong / pharmacist at general store. So
he needs a name now.
Yeah, I'll have to give him a name. Add him to the list. So that's Midnight. You've got what do you want to do there? Anything besides you? You can move. There's 5 rooms upstairs. Well, one is the bathroom, which is got the running water and the hot water heater actually right in there, so you can have hot showers if you want.
Yeah. And
a shower set up and everything. And then so there's 4 bedrooms upstairs, plus the attic, plus the organ loft.
Currently just going to put the lab equipment in the attic.
And there's a basement. There's a huge basement.
Oh, there's a huge basement?
Yes, there's a real big
actual
basement. It's one big room, and then there's like
I guess we'll put the
wash tubs on one side. So yeah, you're going to put the lab in the basement. Okay, that works.
Get Chunchi-Ro set in, get the horses set in.
She had one of the rooms upstairs?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She gets
there's a stable and carriage house there too, so.
She gets the master.
Well, if there is really a master.
Oh, okay.
The room with the secret door up to the loft, that's the smallest bedroom.
Oh,
and then there's 2 other bedrooms. I don't have the map.
I thought they were bunk rooms.
They were, but you could take the bunks out and turn them into bedrooms.
Gotcha.
Because they were using bunks because it was like a hotel. It was like a / boarding house kind of deal. You could turn one of the rooms upstairs into a dining room and a study of that way because the whole downstairs has been taken up by the library now, right? Except for the kitchen. So you could turn one of the upstairs rooms into like a study / dining area. Sure. It's just the 2 of you. And that would leave you 3 bedrooms to play with up there. 2 that are bigger than the 1, if I remember correctly. And I'll double check the maps. I don't have them because they're in another notebook. But I should get those maps and put them in Midnight. Should have done that already. I don't think I did.
How is the orchard doing?
What orchard?
I remember there being an orchard for the property, too.
Oh, there was. They had apples, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine?
I mean, it's grown. It's overgrown.
Right.
The apples aren't coming in yet this year, so. Oh, yeah. There's Drusilla Leichenberg and Wilhelmina Leichenberg. Those are the blacksmiths in town.
Yeah.
2 beautiful, muscular women. No, I didn't put a map of the house in it. I should keep that so you guys can go back. But anyway, so you're getting the house set up for how long? You want to stay there?
So it took 3 days to get down here.
The 4 days.
4 days?
Well, 5 with this, but it would take 4 to get back on horseback. You know what I mean? Because the medicine wagon is slow.
Yeah.
Oh. Right,
so 5 to get back here and then 4 to get back. We'll say about 4 days here.
Okay. So you're back in mid-March-ish.
Yeah.
You're leaving Chunchiro? Chunchiro, you're leaving her at midnight then? Okay. So she's going to be keeping your house there nice. Are you moving your entire library, your study?
Yes.
Because it was full of books and shit. Okay. You'd have had to have that. That would have been crated up and have to be transported. I'm not going to have a cost for that.
So sadly, which horses are there? We got Tulip, Buttercup, and I want to say... I want to say Basil. The Coriander's missing, and that upsets me.
Where?
The prospector took him.
Wait, what? What prospector?
Whitney's character.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She borrowed Coriander from you. I haven't seen her since. You need to talk to Whitney. Send me a message. Figure out if Whitney would return your horse to you, or if she just kept it.
Yeah.
As payment. Because she might have just kept it, and she probably could take good care of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, you ride back to Riverside, back to Los Angeles, taking the train back up.
Yeah.
Start overlooking the sale of your house in San Francisco. A lot of memories.
Yeah. And I guess at that point,
I
would start reading the Summoning book.
Summoning book, okay. So, did you want to start that at the beginning of March?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing that the whole time. That's going to take 6 weeks, so it's going to not be till mid-April.
Alright.
So
is that one in English too, or?
That one is in English, but you're not going to be done with it before the scenario begins, but you might be before we finish today. So, Book of Lesser Summoning... Alright. Anything else in that time, in that couple weeks, before we start this little prologue that you would like to do?
The last 2 weeks, whenever I go to sleep and I dream, I try to think about some whatever number steps as I go to sleep.
I don't have the dreaming book, so we're gonna have to figure that out next time. Right. There's a Dreamlands book. And
gotcha.
Remind me to bring it, and I'll throw it in and throw in at least the information that I need.
All right.
But I don't have that anywhere in my stuff right now. All my stuff is elsewhere. Okay. So.
I guess I could visit Twilliger in those last.
Oh yeah, you could visit Twilliger. Yeah. He is working on various projects.
Yeah, one of them I'm interested in.
Which one?
Remember, he was trying to make me a car, essentially, or a motorcycle or something.
You wanted him to make you a
velocipede.
He was having difficulty with your design, and he's gotten sidetracked.
That's fine.
He's been working on his rocket. He has also, he wants to show you something.
All right.
It's like, okay, if you can imagine like a mobile home behind the barn, but smaller and made of really, really thin wood, like super light. Like the whole thing probably weighs, it's probably 20 feet long and it weighs maybe 150 pounds. He's also got it rigged with numerous ones of his static electricity generators on the sides. There's a big propeller in the back, and there's all these cables. And you've noticed there's a ton of silk inside of the barn. Like piles of it. He's got it up. He's been painting it with something. You don't know what that's about. And he says, "Guess what I'm working on?"
Flying machine.
It's an airship.
Yeah.
I'm working on what the French were doing. The French did it, but it's very slow. It wasn't very good. And he starts going on this whole, the French did it back in the 50s, and it was terrible, and now he's building one. And he's pointing it out. And you notice there are holes where the static generators are on the sides. Mm-hmm. They're like pointing outward. But they're also rigged to a modified engine that is the one that you brought him, the electric engine that ran the hearse. Yeah, the hearse. That ran the hearse. It is. Hold on. Look Look what I got.
Is it a hearse?
I can't get the coffin out. Dun dun dun! I didn't realize that company made hearses. I think it took me like 2 hours, only 2 hours to put together. That's the coffin. There's the lid. So, yeah, so that's still in the cave down there. But right now it doesn't have a motor because he took the motor out, but you could always put it back in.
Yeah.
So Terwilliger has set up, he's increased the size of the motor to run this big propeller. So he's hoping that this airship is going to be able to make some speed. Maybe 30 miles an hour. And he's like, whoa! So that's what he's been working on mostly. There is a rig up of your little two-wheel velocipede.
Yeah.
But he's been having some difficulty with it of shrinking the motor enough to make it work well. But he's still working on that. So there's all kinds. He's working on all kinds of crazy projects.
Yeah. I have a modification to that of making it 3-wheel, so there's actually like a nice base for the back. Maybe for allowing more space for an engine.
Oh, he likes that idea. Plus, it won't fall over as much.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's writing that down. He writes that information down. Yeah. Okay, so he's really excited. That's what Tula. You visit with him. You visit with Matilda. She's there, obviously, too. She says their father's been working a lot on the rocket. He thinks it's going to be ready to go.
Rocking in the airship.
6 months or a year. Yeah. He works on whatever. So, but they have you for dinner. You stay a few days there. It's very nice, very pleasant visit. Or you go back to San Francisco and back to work, trying to sell your house and all this other stuff. You do notice in one of the papers, let's see, is this handout one? It is. You do notice this article. It's interesting. Gobi artifact to land at docks on Monday. This is actually from the Friday, March 31st, 1876 newspaper, San Francisco Daily Morning Chronicle. A mysterious item lost for 500 years in the Gobi Desert will be arriving in San Francisco Monday. According to Philip Sanborn of the Sanborn Institute of Pacific Antiquities.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, you do. An artifact of mysterious origin will arrive on Monday and then be transferred via train to Los Angeles. From there, it will go by wagon to Santiago. I'm not at liberty yet to discuss what is being transported, only to say that it is of some it is of some interesting historical value, Mr. Sanborn said. The new Sanborn Institute of Pacific Antiquities was established only last year when tuna canning millionaire Carlton Sanborn passed away and willed his newly constructed mansion in Santiago, the grounds, and his world-famous collection of Pacific antiquities to the state under a self-perpetuating foundation to create a museum. Philip Sanborn took it upon himself to manage the museum. In less than a year, Mr. Sanborn has already found a new item for the museum. When asked what interest the Pacific Museum had in an artifact from the Gobi Desert in the heartland of China, Mr. Sanborn noted only that there were certain stories that the artifact had actually come from the Marianas Islands originally. He would say no more, noting further research was still pending, except to note that the item had created enough interest in him to advise the board to transport it. So, you find that out. And obviously, your guess is that Sanborn is in San Francisco at this time, probably to meet this ship and to deal with that. So,
right.
I don't know if you want to do anything about that.
Sure.
What do you want to do?
I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, you can find him. You can find him at one of the nicer hotels. There he is. Here he is. Da-da-da, Philip Sanborn.
Yeah,
Professor Stalloid, how nice to see you again. Shakes your hand, takes a seat. You're meeting him in the hotel lounge downstairs. There's gentlemen around smoking cigars, smoking cigarettes, just ladies and gentlemen. How can I help you, Professor?
Oh, I was interested in what you found in the Gobi Desert.
Well, I didn't find it exactly. It wasn't actually me, but we learned about this device, this item. I'd rather not say too much about it until I've had a chance to unpack it. But it was found in it's allegedly crafted some 500 years ago in the 14th century on an unnamed island in the Marianas, and later taken to China. How it could have ended up in the Gobi Desert is anyone's guess. But it was purchased. I ended up finding out about this through the Thorburn expedition. They left back in 1873, and they fell upon hard times. They were looking for a city called Karahat. The Black and Dead City is, I believe, the translation. And apparently they found the item in inland China, and they managed to transport it to the coast, but then their money ran out. There was also some peculiar things that happened to the expedition. I believe the expedition leader, Dr. David Thorburn, he died during that expedition. He was from the east somewhere. So we learned of it and its ties to Marianas, and we wired them the money to have it sent to San Francisco. It arrives on Monday. We're going to say it's Saturday when you meet with him. So it was the day after or so, before he can make the time. So we're expecting it Monday. It would be great if you would come down to the docks.
Oh, sure.
For its. I'll have a note sent to your house. He gets the address from you. I'll have a note sent to your house when I know it's coming in. They usually signal when they hit the horizon, the town in a lot of cases. Well, I've asked them to signal, so we'll have some notice. I'm sure there's going to be quite a few people there, possibly. I noticed the article that they published in the Morning Daily Chronicle was a bit sensationalist, and it's just an old artifact. It's large. It's a very large artifact. That's what he says to you. Right. Is there anything you want to ask him? Is there any other information you want?
I just make sure that the Dio-Dino skull got to him.
It did. They're having scientists look at it more carefully, and they're trying to figure a way to display it without damaging. They don't want to drill holes in it and stuff. So it's probably going to be on the floor, which is going to take up a lot of space. But he thinks
the mouth open.
They are gonna prop the mouth open as soon as you get both top and bottom jaw. It's quite amazing. It's some of the board members are leery about displaying it because it shouldn't exist. It should be a fossil.
Just put a citation on it.
That's what I thought. So we're going to put it on display at some point in the future. I've got about half the board on board with that, and some of our men are looking over it right now, trying to figure out a way to connect with the Pacific, but it's too good of a find not to put it on display. So we're trying to figure something out. You have a nice conversation with him, and have a few drinks, and he says he'll send you a note on Monday when the ship is, with the time of the ship when they assume it's going to come in, once they spot it.
Yeah.
Okay. He does not send you a note on Monday.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, do you want to? You could. Wait. Was there anything else you wanted to do that weekend? You reading the book? Is there anything specific?
No.
Okay. You don't get a note from him. You do get a note from him on Monday, but it's not till in the afternoon, and it just states that the ship is late and has not yet arrived.
Gotcha.
And it's signed Philip Sanborn.
I'll go find out what's going on.
Where?
I don't know.
I mean, do you want to go talk to him? Or you can find him at the hotel. It was supposed to arrive on Monday, and it hasn't. He's not terribly concerned. Sometimes ships get delayed. Sometimes there's squalls, and it slows him down, that kind of thing. But he will send you a note as soon as it's due, as soon as he finds out. He can do that.
All right.
On Tuesday, there's another newspaper article.
Yes.
That says, Gobi artifacts missing! Exclamation point. SS Aurora late to arrive. In a startling turn of events, the Pacific Mail Steamship Company ship set to arrive Monday with an artifact from the Gobi Desert did not, in fact, arrive. While steamships being late crossing the Pacific is not a great cause for concern in most cases, in the case of the cursed artifacts, part of a doomed expedition might be. It turns out the mysterious Gobi Desert artifact procured by the Sanborn Institute of Pacific Antiquities is connected with the 1873 Thorburn expedition to inland China, which was nearly wiped out by madness, murder, and death. The Thorburn expedition, financed and led by Dr. David Thorburn of New Jersey, set off for China in early 1873 in search of the lost city of Karahat, or the Black and Dead City, reputedly destroyed by the early Ming dynasty when it formed in the mid-14th century. Though it did not find the city, they found something. Sporadic reports from the expedition members reported deaths, desertion, and madness, especially of those most closely examining an artifact found in the desert. Of 10 archaeologists on site, 4 died, 3 more went mad, and 1 disappeared, leaving only 2 in the initial party. Dr. David Thorburn was reportedly one of those who died. The Sanborn Institute reputedly heard of the artifact and paid to have it returned to the United States late in 1875. But now it's gone missing. ... Again. Another sensationalist article from the Chronicle.
Yeah.
Here you go. Anything you want to do?
No.
Okay. Wednesday morning. You get a note from Philip Sanborn that reads, SS Aurora has been spotted and will shortly dock at the Pacific Mail Steamship Company docks. I thought it might be still of interest to you. Signed, Philip Sanborn. So that note's brought to you by a little kid, a delivery guy.
He gets $1.
Okay, he's thrilled.
Thank
you, sir. Okay. So you head off. You know basically where the steamship company.
Yeah.
You find Sanborn. He's there. The ship actually arrives late morning. There are many gawkers. They're down on the docks. There's many policemen. There's probably a dozen policemen down there keeping people who aren't supposed to be on the docks away. Sanborn is closer to where the ships are coming in. Spot him, and you're only able to get through.
Yeah.
He waves you through when he sees you and tells you the ship was obviously just late. No big deal. It happens. I need to stop saying "ah." I say "ah" like every other word.
Oh.
Exactly. You see it come in. You see it come in. Smoke coming out of the boilers. All the sails are set. She trims and furls the sails, and the smoke from the boiler ebbs as it is no longer fed. Sailors are about half white, half Asian. They tie up the ship. It's a good-sized steamer. It's a steamer schooner kind of deal. It's good. They tie up the ship. Sanborn asks you wait there. He's going to go aboard. He's going to make sure everything's okay. He wants to talk to the captain, and he soon returns to the place where you and other people are watching the ship. He tells you that they ran into a squall in the Pacific, and according to the Captain Ferguson, and it slowed them down a couple of days. No big deal. Nothing unusual happened, despite the papers. One of his wagons is moved down in front of the ship so they can actually lower these crates. The crate that they're pulling out is huge. It's like 15 feet long. It's like 5 foot on a side. So it's a long crate it's like long and then thin-ish. And you see the men on board pull it up with pulleys and stuff and start maneuvering over the ship. Maybe spot him. Dun, dun, dun. Oh wait, slow down. 83. That's still a success.
Also,
did you raise? Again? Yeah, we're gonna pause because we gotta raise up your stuff. Yeah. I just remembered that when I told you to make a spot him. Flip this boy over.
All right.
There you go. All right. So let's go ahead and figure out the skills that you need to raise up. I forgot about that.
No, yeah, I forgot to. You told Ray when I was going to roll, and I was like, oh wait, I never did that.
Yep, as soon as you roll is when I thought of it too.
Alright, nothing on that column. There's that one. So, over 36.
70 something, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 5 points, nice. Right. What is that?
41, that's lightning gun.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's right, you did hit somebody with that, didn't you?
Sadly.
You hit those kids! You blew up 4 kids! That's why you went crazy and thought that book was trying to talk to you. Yeah, sure, that's what happened. So your lightning gun's up to 41?
Yes.
Ah.
No first aid, because I never get a first aid whenever...
Weiswald won't let you.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Get out, let a professional handle it.
I mean, she is the professional.
I need a snack.
Can't fault her there.
You want to munch on something?
Sure.
What are you up for? Pretzels?
Pretzels.
Jalapeno cheddar crunches?
Pretzels.
Cheddar cheese pretzels?
Sure, cheddar cheese pretzels.
Cheddar cheese combos?
Yeah, that'll work. Library use. That's, nope. Library use stays the same.
It happens. These are different than I usually get. I usually get the pizza ones.
This is 61.
Nope.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything.
No, big time.
I don't think I actually have that check. I think that's just residual. Christ.
You guys have had these character sheets for well over a year, so.
Yeah.
No, not well over, but over a year. I think it was about a year ago this time we started this game.
Yeah, there's a spot hidden. I don't think I'm going to level that up.
75. Nope.
That's at that point that it's just very rare.
You gotta roll 96 and above now?
Yeah.
Hey, little dog.
Little dog, little dog. Stealth. Oh man, I can get that up.
95? I bet you did get that up.
31 points now.
Woot!
I can almost hide.
Yeah. Oh, pretty good.
And I think the last one was botany.
Oh, 5. Nope.
Hey, and the things I've used today, I need a recheck.
Yes.
So that's
Are those the dice I gave you?
Yeah.
Good. Those are nice dice. Let's see what it is.
Spot hidden. I think that's the ones I've used today.
I think so too. You failed the pharmacy check to teach those guys.
I did.
But you did persuade them about community.
Yeah.
And you got one of them.
I got one of them.
I'm gonna give yourself a sanity point for that. You know?
Alright.
Because you got this guy away from the Tong, and now he's working to build better the community that you're trying to better. I think that strengthens your resolve.
Alright.
Alright. Now, did you actually make this spot?
Yes.
You did make it. Alright. You spot a man has apparently gotten past the police. He's just walking. There he is. Crazy hair. And as he's walking like down the dock. It looks like he's going to go past the ship as he's approaching the ship, but it looks like he's just like heading on. You know what I mean? And then he reaches in his jacket pocket and he pulls out a stick. And he lights a match. And he lights the fuse on this piece of dynamite. So, there you go. He's about 20 yards away from you. And you realize that he's not planning on walking. He's heading right for that wagon where those horses are, where this giant, obviously very heavy crate is just hanging.
I guess
so what do you want to do?
Just shout, "That man has dynamite," and pointing at him.
Okay, that man has dynamite. You point at him. Sandboard's right next to you and looks, and obviously didn't notice the man pointing. Lets out a shout. Several policemen look that direction. A woman screams and faints. The man, let's see if the man even really notices all this commotion's happening due to him. He doesn't. He's walking.
I need Jack West here. He can shoot the wicks.
Yeah, I know. Where are you, Jack West? He's just walking over there towards, right underneath where this thing is going to be. Do you want to do anything besides shout?
He has dynamite lit.
No, it's a pretty long fuse. It's probably like 10 or 12 seconds.
It's still dynamite lit.
I'm not telling you should do anything. I'm asking if you want to do something.
I guess I'll also shout, "Stop lowering the crate."
Okay.
Something.
Sandboard's yelling to you, "Look out! Look out! It's a madman with dynamite!" He walks over there as the crate. A couple men look over and they're, "Whoa!" and they run away from that side of the ship. A couple of policemen start to kind of move his direction, but stop. They have truncheons, but they don't really have pistols. So, they're like, Sandboard is ducking for cover. He's dropping. It's 20 yards away. It's pretty far. You see, to your horror, you see the rope starts to go slack. And it looks like all the men up on board have found out what's going on, and they just let go, and they're running. And this thing comes down onto the wagon and just smashes. And the crate bursts, and you see what looks like it's like a long tube of some kind, or round thing. Maybe another spot hidden. If you can get some details before this guy rushes over to it.
That's a success.
It looks like it's made of lead. It just looks like a big lead cylinder that's not hollow. Doesn't appear to be hollow. It's just like a big lead. What would you call that? Just a round. Cylinder. Yeah, a big solid lead cylinder. It breaks the wagon. The man runs over to it, and then he stops as this is just coming down. And he looks at it. He's like, "What?" And he looks completely confused. There you go.
When he looks completely confused,
yes.
I just shout to him, "Throw it!"
Okay. Maybe persuade check. We'll let this be a roll. 39?
That's a success.
Is this a success? He does. He tosses it towards the ship. It bounces off the dock, and it goes and it goes into the water. About 3 seconds later, there's a boom, and there's a huge burst of water. The ship actually rocks. Part of the dock breaks and collapses near that, and he falls over. Several policemen now grab out their truncheons and they just run over there to this guy. Yeah, they do. No, well, he doesn't actually resist. They're not going to beat him if he's not like, ugh. He's just lying on the ground like, don't move, buddy. They're wearing helmets. Policemen in this time period wear helmets.
Yeah.
They grab him by the arms. They're checking him. He doesn't appear to have anything else on him. Sandboard is making a beeline in that direction as well now. What do you want to do?
Follow Sam.
Okay. You rush over there. The policemen have grabbed this man. They're dragging him away. Several people in the crowd ran as soon as the dynamite thing. Yeah. One lady swooned. Somebody's trying to help her wake up. One guy, he's like, apparently wet himself in the terror of there's explosives. The ship rocks, but it doesn't nothing else seemingly happens. There might be some damage. You don't know. Samber looks over and he kneels by where the smashed wagon is, and he's looking over this cylinder, and it's just an unadorned cylinder made of lead, about 15 foot long and maybe 3 or 4 feet in diameter. And he looks confused. He's like, this isn't the artifact. And he's looking over and he finds something that's been glued to the side, and it says, you read over shoulder, it says cannon proper. And it's got some from China, blah, 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 where it's supposed to be all that shit. Sanborn's upset.
Yeah.
This is obviously not what he was expecting to be in this crate. You want to say anything? You want to do anything? Policemen have dragged the guy away. Sanborn's heading on board the ship.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If I'm allowed to come on the ship, I'm coming.
If you follow him, nobody's going to stop you. Okay. So, he's talking to some of the crewmen. He demands to see the captain. They start looking all over the ship for the captain. He tells the crewmen to get the other crates up on deck and open them right now. And they start working on it. They're heavy crates. Boom. There's one that's about 6 by 6, but flat. Mm-hmm. And then there is another long one. And you notice that on the flat ones, there's 2 of them. One's marked left wheel, the other's marked right wheel. One is marked carriage. The other long one, which is a slightly bigger one than whatever held what was the first one?
Cylinder.
The cylinder, yes. Which had been marked cannon proper. And they start opening these up, and again, it's just big pieces of cast lead. Cheaply made.
Everything.
Yeah, they're all just these same, almost identical, just big chunks of lead, and they're super heavy. Sanborn has a couple of the crewmen come back and say there's a lifeboat missing from the other side of the ship, and the captain, the first, and the second officers are all gone. A couple of policemen have come on board as well, and they're starting to talk to the crewmen. And Sanborn says he's been robbed. He starts talking to them, tells them he was expecting these items. This is not the items. The policemen are like, they're starting to talk to the crew. You're there. You can do. What do you want to do? Anything?
I asked him about the missing lifeboat, I guess.
The crewman?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lifeboat that's supposed to be on this side. It's gone. It was there when they started to move that box down there, but now it's gone, and they can't find the captain or the first or second officers. There's only 3 officers on board.
I guess I'll look off the ship off that side, and do I see a boat? going away?
No. No, they must have. I mean, it's been like 10 minutes since the confusion of this dynamite and stuff. So they could have rowed to any of these nearby docks and put in. You wouldn't be able to see them. Sandboard's heading for the captain's office.
All right, I'll follow him.
Okay. He's looking through the paperwork. He finds one that's listed Dragon Cannon. Yeah. And he starts looking at that. And there is a drawing. I'll let you look at this in a moment, and I'll read you what it says here. It says, Dragon Cannon, length of barrel, 16 feet. Width of wheels, 5 feet. Length of carriage, 15 feet. Total length of cannon, 21 feet. Cannons in this time period are not this size. Yeah. This is like a howitzer-sized cannon, as opposed to cannons this size are maybe 3 or 4 feet long, or maybe 5 or 6 feet at most, for the ones in the Civil War. And then the wheels would not be nearly this big either. Yeah. There's a note that says brass and iron fixtures. Barrel is made of an undetermined alloy of iron and some unknown metal, thought impossible in 14th century. Some indication of toxicity. Found spiked with gold adorned spike, removed and enclosed. And its signature is a Leland Turner. And that's the drawing that is with it, if you want to take a look at that.
Yeah. That's a nice cannon.
I
wonder if there's something on here I'm supposed to be seeing.
Not particularly. It's just kind of an illustration. It looks like an archaeologist's drawing of some, more than anything else. If those are 5 foot in diameter, that's a big, freaking, massive
cannon
thing. Yeah. Much bigger than any contemporary artillery.